From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A run for Nick Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Chubb. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On second and goal, Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to get it to Landry there. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. To throw on 2nd and 6. Flacco. And he rifles one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
That's the way.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Winston. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Jameis to throw it. And it's complete. Hooper. 30. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. From the 35 on second down, Flacco, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Flacco. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check three. Hey, watch it. Check.
They'll run it. This is Michel. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Whip. Watch the whip. Out. Switch. Rock it.
On the ground is Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Blue dance.
A first down throw for Winston. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Winston. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Joker. Deuce.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Winston now. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel. An 80-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. Winston. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. And how many times have we seen that? Third down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
We own it. We own it.
Now Flacco. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Switch. Charge that way. Lucky. 58, right over there.
A give to Michelle running right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Check. Check the backer. Switch. Hey, Monday. 3 wide. Check 24.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
They got set, ready! Tight end's right, watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Flacco from the gun. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Flacco. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Leon, 20. Against the mic. 5-0. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. You're over here. You're over here.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Flacco completes it to Lee. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check 31, check 31.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 37. Check 37.
Now Chubb. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready? Blue way. 57. Right here, right here. Switch. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And again, it's Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Flacco. This is White on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Monday, that's flat. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I'm coming. Hey, Zoo. I'm coming.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Flacco looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We got 4. Bang, bang, bang.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They run. Chubb works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. A give. This is Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd down. Flacco. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Let's go.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Crouch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 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 check. Hey. Hurry up.
They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And it's Michelle once again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
He's coming. Let's go, hurry up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal.
Slam, slam, slam.
He'll get it up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Wait. Lock it in. Pull it together. Rock it.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Patriots, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.